I'll take them back here.
Yes, awesome. Right? I'll tell you. Welcome. We are really excited to share with you our Christmas shoe tree pageant. The kids have worked really hard, and they were really excited about this pageant because it's not just a pageant, it's a mission. Our story is about collecting shoes, and it is partnered with the Souls for Souls, which is a not-for-profit which has been collecting shoes for children in the United States and around the world for several years. And they help families who've been in hurricanes, families who've been, I'm sure they'll be serving the families in the fires in Los Angeles and Florida and Texas, and also around the world. They don't just stay here, but I think a lot of the shoes probably right now will be staying in the United States. There's a need for them. So I thank you to those of you who brought shoes. We will be continuing to collect shoes through the 17th. So if you're like, oh my goodness, I have a whole bunch of shoes in my closet, it's not too late. You can still bring them to the church on Sunday or through the week, and we will keep our collection going. If you say, oh my gosh, I don't have any extra shoes, but I'd really like to give to this great cause, we will be taking a collection. Chris, if you'd like to, let's see. We will, what should we do? Let's get some of the kids. Okay. So the Souls for Souls, they're a really good organization. They've been collecting for years, and the kids were really excited to do this. So we're just going to pass a couple baskets. If you're like, I don't have any shoes, but I got $1 in my pocket, I'd like to donate to this, they're going to bring it around, and then right after that, we're going to start. Thank you so much for helping the kids with this cause. And now get ready for our youth group's Christmas shoe tree farm.
the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me a partridge in a pear tree.
Aw, Carol, that just looks beautiful. Can't nobody decorate a Christmas shoe tree like you, sister.
Well, Mama said I always had a kind of touch when it comes to decorating of any kind. I just can't help it. Yule, I'm thinking about putting some turquoise Converses around here. What do you think, since turquoise is so in Christmas color this year?
I didn't know that, Carol, but I do know we got a bunch of youngins coming by from the Douglasville Middle School to take a tour and drop off some shoe donations. Maybe there'll be a pair in the bunch.
One can only hope. Joy, what about peacock feathers? Do you think peacock feathers will really make it pop, since peacocks are so in this year? They're the new turtle doves.
Sounds good to me, sister, but you're the expert, not me. Have you seen Todd running around here this morning?
Yes, and running was exactly what he was doing. He just gets so excited when we start decorating for Christmas. He run around here like a chicken with his head cut off, talking 90 to nothing. He must knock my tree over, and then he really would have been running from me.
Oh, Carol, he can't help himself. I love it, though. He's always had a heart of a child when it comes to Christmas.
Yeah, whatever. On the second day of Christmas, my true love gave to me 2 turquoise peacocks.
Look at here. We just got another big drop-off of shoes. 12 baskets full. Just like the disciples had. Maybe we can get enough shoes for 5,000 folks this year. And these can be the leftovers for next year.
Maybe so, Todd.
And this is only the first day of the season. If they keep coming in like this, we may win the award to be the business to get the most donations.
Todd, you know that's not why we collect the shoes every year. Whether we get 5,000 pairs or just one, it's all about making a difference in somebody's life. Showing them love by taking care of one of their basic needs, having a good pair of shoes.
Yeah, I know. It's just Chamber of Commerce gives away that big trophy and all. We might as well win it as much as everybody else.
Now, Todd.
All right, Joy.
It's kind of neat you mentioned that story from the Bible, though. You know, Jesus was preaching to all those people, and he realized they were getting powerful hungry, so he fed them. He took care of one of the basic needs they had, and he shared the truth with them. I never thought about it before, but it's kind of like what we do every year. We give people shoes and take care of one of their basic needs and teach them about Jesus and how much he loves them.
Yule, that's exactly right. I may have my way with decorating, but you're so elephant with your words.
Carol, I'm going to get the rest of those shoe baskets for you.
Todd, you knock my tree over, and I'll knock you.
stay together now. Don't wander off. Stay with the group. We'll be starting our tour shortly.
Well, good morning. You must be Principal Poinsettia.
I am.
Welcome to Yule, Todd, Joel, and Carol's Christmas Shoe Tree Farm. I'm Yule. Over there's my brother Todd. And my sisters Carol and Joy. We're just so happy to have you all visiting with us today.
Oh, we are delighted to be here, Yule and Joy. I just love the name of your place. What a clever social media marketing for Christmas. I can't wait to check in here on Facebook.
Well, you don't have to check in here. We ain't fancy like that. But we got a guest book you can sign, and if you want a picture of your face in it, well, that's just fine with me.
Okay, well, I'd like to introduce you to the students I brought today. They are part of an extracurricular group at Douglasford Middle School called Secret Service. They try to come up with different service projects to do around the school, sort of random acts of kindness, if you will. And the most beautiful part is that they never tell anyone who does the work. They just keep it a secret. On the down low, as students might say.
Well, ain't that just awesome? I tell you what, we got a few service projects around here that they can help out with. And we ain't keeping that a secret.
Mr. Yule, you are such a stitch. As I said on the phone, I wanted to bring this group out to look around and see firsthand how a business like yours can truly impact the community with a project like your shoe tree. I think it ties in with our group's mission perfectly, since the people who receive the shoes never know who brought them here to give anyway.
Well, bless my brickled britches. You just made my day. We'll go ahead and take y'all on the tour, and you're welcome to stick around as long as you like.
Perfect, Yule and Joy. Thank you so much. Students, listen up!
Carol, I'm about to take this group of youngins on a tour of the farm. You got things under control?
Sure thing. So then Holly told Candy that Ginger told Angel that Mary was not going to come to Nativity Grace's spend the night party because Ivy totally forgot to tell her about it when Hope invited them to go to the movie last week.
Are you girls from the group from Douglasford Middle School?
Yes, ma'am, we are. Where are they?
Well, they just left to go.
Oh, Christmas tree, Jill, we're lost. They left us here all by ourselves. What are we going to do? I've got to text Holly and tell her. Does your phone have GPS?
Chill out, Celeste. We're not out in the woods. We're at a Christmas tree farm. And I can totally see our group walking up that path over there.
Carol of the Bells. Thank goodness.
Hey, how'd you know my name? Most folks call me Christmas Carol because I just love singing Christmas carols. But I do like the ring of Carol the Bells, too. Get it? Ring the bells.
So, where are we again?
Celeste, whatever, Space Cadet, we're at Yule, Todd, Joy, and Carol's Christmas Shoe Tree Farm. It's all part of the project we're doing for Secret Service.
Shh, silent night, Jill. It's a secret. Hello, I may not know where we are, but I know we're not supposed to tell anybody what we're doing. Silver bells.
Can you please remind me why we are best friends?
Jingle, jingle, Jill. That totally hurts my feelings.
Why don't you two sort this out when you guys catch up with the group? I don't want y'all get in trouble or nothing. I'll holler at them. Yule, Joy, you have some stragglers here. I'm sending them your way.
Thanks, Miss Christmas Carol.
Our troop collected these shoes for your shoe tree farm.
Turquoise Converse is perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome and not a problem.
Hey, you guys. Principal Poinsettia sent me to get you. Come on.
Have a holly jolly Christmas. So, anyway, I hope that
Decorate your tree with shoes. La 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 la.
Listen at Christmas Carol, pretty as a partridge singing in a pear tree. Guess what? We just got a call from the TV station, and Action News 12 is coming over here to do a story on the Christmas shoe tree. So I got to get ready.
Ready for what? You don't get ready for anything.
Well, if that purty newscaster Sylvia Bells is coming over, I got to put on the dog. When she gets a load of me, She'll be singing a Christmas carol herself. All I want for Christmas is a date with Todd.
Have mercy, boy. Well, while you're putting on the dog, why don't you put on some Christmas music so it'll be all festive when Miss Sylvia Bells gets here?
Sure thing.
There's a star in the sky. There's a mother's deep prayer and a baby's low cry. And the star rains its fire while the beautiful sing. For the manger of Bethlehem cradles the King. There's a shout of great joy o'er the wonderful birth, for the virgin sweet boy is Lord of the earth. And the star rains its fire while the beautiful sing, for the manger of Bethlehem cradles the King. Joy, joy, joy to the world. Joy, joy, joy to the world. Joy, joy, joy to the world. Joy, joy, joy. There's a song in the air. There's a star in the sky. There's a song in the air. There's a star in the sky.
All right, guys. While you're all getting set up, I'll go try to find the owners.
Sylvia, I was thinking you wouldn't need the trailer since we're only 3 blocks from the station. Plus the fact that you spent 2 hours getting ready before we left.
Vic, you don't understand. Being in the public eye every day is so demanding on one's appearance. And I, for one, need protection from these harsh winter elements. My hair, it's already going flat, and my lips are getting chapped. I can't work under these conditions.
Okay, Sylvia, I'll see what I can do.
And that brings us back to where we started. Well, hello there. Excuse me for just a minute.
Hello, sir. I'm Rudy Rains with Action News 12. We're here to do a human interest story about your Christmas tree drive.
Well, great to meet you, Rudy. My name is Yule Loggins, and what we actually do here is a Christmas shoe tree drive. My sister Carol's in charge of the shoe tree, and she can get a little testy when people don't get it right.
Okay, thanks for the heads up.
We're just tickle pink, or should I say red and green, that you want to put us on TV.
The pleasure is ours. Yule, let me introduce you to our correspondent, Sylvia Bells.
Oh, I know who she is. We watch her every night.
Sylvia, this is Mr. Yule and Miss Joy Loggins.
Mr. and Miss Loggins, I'm overjoyed to make your acquaintance and overwhelmed to bring the story of your Christmas shoe tree drive to the masses.
Oh, that's just great, Miss Bells, but we don't give away any molasses. But come to think of it, shoes and molasses. But nobody's done that before.
Well, hey, everybody. Heavens to Betsy, brother, what in the world? This is a little something I like to call styling and profiling. Want to look my best for little Miss Sylvia Bells.
This is my brother Todd, I think. Todd, this is Rudy Rains, Vince Deere, and Miss Sylvia Bells.
Oh, that's camera action. Wow. Sore obliged to meet y'all. Miss Bells, we watch you every night.
So I've heard. Rudy, Gloria's, and I are going to the van until you're ready to start filming. I need to refresh.
Great, we'll be ready in a few minutes. Yule, I'll need to get some information from you about this project. How it got started, how long it's been going, and how many shoes you normally give away each year.
Well, I was about to tell the kids all about that.
I can tell you how it all got started. I don't mean to brag, but it was kind of my brainchild.
Oh, here we go.
Y'all, it's like this. All my life, I've been a barefoot kind of guy. Never cared much about wearing shoes. And any time I got a pair for my mama, my daddy, or anybody else, well, I just give them away. People were always so grateful to get them, and I felt good giving them. So one day, I was thinking to myself, Todd, which is what I call myself, what if you could get other folks to get up their shoes to give those to bless the less unfortunate? It was like a 1,000,000-watt light bulb went off in my head. And when I told Yule, Joy, and Carol about it, the rest is history. Actually, I wrote a little song about it. Now, it'd be the great time to do it. Yule, Joy, you ready?
Goodness knows.
You got them camera rolling? You don't want to miss this. Carol, where are you at, girl? Come on, we gonna do the little singing and bring the guitar.
Carol Loggins, what on earth, girl?
Gotta look my best to be on TV. Hit it,
Todd. When I was a boy in Tennessee, I recall the good Lord saying to me, do what you can for those in need, and you'll find the key to being happy. Well, I love Christmas and I love bare feet, so it only makes sense to this country boy. Giving of yourself by giving up your shoes can help someone else hear the good news. 2, 3, 4, go! lots of Christmas cheer. This is my mission every December, getting everybody to remember you can do a lot for those in need by sharing God's love in your stocking feet, and have a bluegrass Christmas without shoes. A barefoot bluegrass Christmas is what I choose. Other folks need shoes more than me, so every pair I have I'll give gladly, and have a bluegrass Christmas I'll have a bluegrass Christmas without shoes. A barefoot bluegrass Christmas is what I choose. Other folks need shoes more than me, so every pair I have I'll give gladly, and have a bluegrass Christmas. I'll have a bluegrass Christmas without, thank you very much, shoes. Yeah.
And told her that Nativity Grace's mom had said that the spend the night party was going to be postponed till Ivy got back from her vacation.
Girls, you must try to keep up. You missed the most wonderful performance by our hosts Yule, Todd, Joy, and Carol.
We're so sorry, Principal Poinsettia. I'm trying to keep up.
Deck the halls, Jill. What are you trying to say?
We could sing it again.
Oh, no, that would be way too much to ask.
As much as we would like that, Todd, we really need to get some footage of Yule talking to the kids about the Christmas shoe tree, and then we'll grab some individual interviews. Would someone text Sylvia and tell her we're ready?
Yeah, let's hurry this thing up. These pom-poms are itching me to death.
Vic, I was thinking that maybe Sylvia and I ought to kind of team up, maybe kind of act as co-hosts today, since I'm all dressed up and she and I seem to have such chemistry together and all.
Hold it right there, Todd Loggins. If anyone's going to co-host with Miss Sylvia Bells, it's going to be me, since I'm in charge of the Christmas tree and all.
Now listen here, Carol. You know good and well I'm the best-looking thing in this family. Imagine how this face would look on camera.
Hey, you guys, no need to quarrel over this. We'll interview the both of you before we leave, but I think we should let Sylvia handle this on her own. She might feel a little bit intimidated by the enormous presence you both have.
Yeah, I kind of understand that. Yeah, we're all pretty electric.
Sylvia, let's open with you introducing Yule, Todd, and Carol with a little bit of background intro on the farm, tree farm. Then we'll get some shots of Yule with the kids.
Okay, Vic, how's my hair? Is it big enough? Glorious, I need more lip gloss. I can totally feel my lips starting to freeze.
In 3, 2, 1, action.
Hello, people. I'm Sylvia Bells, going where the action is with Action News 12, keeping you up to date and in the know about everything Christmas this season. Today, the action is here at Yule, Joy, Todd, and Carol Loggins' Christmas Tree Farm. But wait, it's not your ordinary old tree farm, for the Loggins have incorporated the spirit of giving, characteristics of the most wonderful time of the year, into the very fabric of their business. Experiencing it for myself today has left me utterly speechless. However, I must press through my emotions and unabashedly spread the word of the most incredible lend a helping hand, or should I say, shoe, to your fellow man in mission. Yule Loggins, tell us about the Shoe Tree Farm.
Well,
Right after I tell everyone that this farm not only sells trees, they give away shoes to those in need. They even decorate one of the trees here with shoes, hence the shoe tree, as a glorious beacon representing the tokens of love and faith they share with others.
Yeah, I'd love to tell you about the shoe tree and why we...
And we are all ecstatic with anticipation to hear about it, Yule. But before we do, our Action News 12 team has a spectacular surprise for everyone. We have invited hip-hop sensation Scissors, Paper, Tape, and the Clips to perform their smash hit, Christmas We're Rappin'. I think it's a perfect fit for the shoe tree story. Come on out, guys! Almighty, He died for our sins, y'all. The good news.
Born in the manger, God's word made flesh.
Dude.
Glad to be here. Thanks for asking.
We've got some shoes to donate too.
It's all good, bro.
And cut. Great job, guys. Thanks again for coming to do this for us.
Perfect. Thank y'all so much. Y'all are one of my favorite groups.
We're all so blessed that y'all want to donate some shoes. I'll fix y'all up right over here.
Rudy, I'm exhausted. That monologue completely drained me. I need a few minutes in the van to regroup. Gloria's, follow.
Sure, Sil. Take 5. We'll shoot Yule with the kids now. Yule, I'd like to get you explaining to the kids why you guys do what you do here.
All right, Rudy, that sounds good.
You ready, Yule? Just relax. In 3, 2, 1.
This tree farm has been in our family for many, many years. And when Todd Joy, Carol, and I were old enough to start taking over, I began feeling the Lord speaking to me about using it for more than just selling trees. The idea he gave me goes right along with that song we just heard. How beautiful on the mountains are the feet of those who bring good news.
We started thinking about how we could use the shoes to spread the story of Jesus right here at our farm. You know, there are lots of stories in the Bible about feet and shoes.
Now, I know that might sound kind of funny. When do you think about it? The Lord has a lot to say about that in his word. Can anybody tell me about another place in the Bible where we read about feet or shoes?
One time in Sunday school, we studied about the armor of God, and I remember our teacher saying that that piece of armor includes shoes of the gospel of peace. I wasn't really sure what he was talking about, though.
That's okay. I think I can help you with that verse. It goes right along with the one I shared. What's your name, son?
Joey.
Well, Joey, I'm proud of you for being so bold and sharing that with us. The verse you mentioned is Ephesians 6:15, and it talks about getting ready to tell others about Jesus. To get ready, you got to put on your shoes. The shoes help us carry the good news. The shoes we hang on and all around the tree over there help us carry the good news to every person who comes here to Decatur. They see that we care about them because we're giving them something they all need. We get to help them with a basic need, and while they're here, we can tell them about Jesus.
One of my favorite shoe stories in the Bible is when Moses was leading the children of Israel through the desert. It says their shoes never wore out. That has always amazed me.
Yep, the Lord knew they needed those shoes to keep going, and there weren't any stores in the desert for them to buy some. So he made their shoes last for as long as they needed them. Every time they looked at their feet, they were reminded the Lord was taking care of them. You know, I like to think that every time someone looks at a pair of shoes they got here, they are reminded that we told them about Jesus and how much he loves and cares for them.
I like the story about Jesus washing the disciples' feet.
I love that one too, Jill.
My dad went on a mission trip to Africa last year, and they took shoes to kids in an orphanage. He told me when they gave them the shoes, he and his team washed the kids' feet before putting the socks and shoes on them.
That's a beautiful story, Jill.
That is amazing. Thank you for telling us about that, Jill. It's just incredible how the Lord can use anything, even a pair of shoes, to show his great love. At Christmas time, we talk about the shepherds and the wise men going to visit baby Jesus. They were the first ones to see him and realized who he was. So I'm thinking, they must have been the first beautiful feet to share the good news that Jesus loves us. He showed us by coming to earth, being born in an old stable, traveling all over the place, telling folks about the love of God, and then going to that cross for us so we could have eternal life. I just feel like the most important thing that I can do in my life, in my work, in everything is to let my feet do what God made them to do. Walk and tell everybody I see about his love.
That is a beautiful story. Washing someone's feet is a great way to show how humble and how much you love them. Being people who wash their feet and the people who are getting washed feel the same humble as the person washing their feet.
Angels in the night sky told shepherds on a hillside, go and find Messiah. Wise men from the east saw a star that they believed would lead them to the King of Kings. They didn't know how hard their journey would be. They just knew this was their destiny. So they made a walk of love for Jesus, the one they had waited for. They made a walk of love to see God's Son come to save the world. No matter what it costs, they knew that every step was worth it all. On that walk of love. Jesus always knew what he would have to do for us to have eternal life. Though he never sinned, he proved his love for us when he picked up that rugged cross. He knew exactly how far and how hard his journey would be. Yet he knew this was his destiny. It was a walk of love for Jesus. Is what he came here for. It was a walk of love for God's Son, could make to save the world. No matter what it costs, he knew that every step was worth it all. On that walk of love. For God so loved the world, he sent his only Son, so whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. So will you make a walk of love for Jesus? You're the one he's been waiting for. Will you make a walk of love to receive God's Son as your Savior and your Lord? No matter what it costs, you'll find that every step is worth it all. On that walk of love. On that walk of love. On this walk of love. On this walk of
Well, I bet you kids are ready for a little break. So, Carol, why don't you and Todd take them to the snack bar to get a little something?
Sure thing. Something sounds really good right now. Come on, guys.
That was so great, Yule.
Thanks, Rudy. It really means a lot that you would take the time to come out here and care enough to do a story on us. Sure going to help us get the word out this year, too. I'm excited to think about how many folks will be able to help.
I am too. You've actually helped me today, and I didn't come for a pair of shoes. Your story impacted me, though I normally just cover stories and go on with the business as usual, but today was different.
How's that, Vic?
Well, I guess it's that I can see how passionate you are about what you're doing. You genuinely care about people. You truly love them. In the world that I live in, that's really refreshing to see.
I appreciate you saying that, Rudy. What you're seeing and feeling is the love of the Lord. If there's anything good in me, it's only because of him. I try to love him the best I can, and I let him love people through me. He loves you, Vic. And it's no accident that you're here today.
I was thinking the same thing.
Well, if you got a few minutes, we could take a little walk.
We'd like that.
Hey guys, Yule's gonna show us around. We'll be back shortly.
So Holly So Holly called Ivy and told her that Candy overheard her mom tell Nativity Grace's mom that the whole Spend the Night party was really supposed to be a surprise birthday party for me. Up on the housetop. Isn't that awesome? You knew all the time, didn't you? Well, anyway, now you can help me plan my surprise birthday party. Okay.
I wonder where you went off to.
No telling.
Well, this has just been the most delightful day. Thank you all so much. We must be getting back to the school now, but please tell your brother and sister how much we appreciate the time they took with the children today.
Oh, Principal Poinsettia, here I am. It's been a pleasure to spend the day with y'all. Let's do it next year.
Thank you all so much. That would be wonderful. Students!
Rudy, my hair is only going to stay this big for about 5 more minutes, so let's get going.
Sure, Sylvia. Before the kids leave, let's end the segment with a picture, shot, everyone saying Merry Christmas. All right, everybody, gather around Sylvia.
Is this okay? How about this?
Glorious, where is my lip gloss?
3, 2, 1.
And so we find ourselves saying so long to Yule, Todd, Joy, and Carol and their Christmas shoe tree for now. But please, come by and visit them anytime during the Christmas season. You're sure to be overwhelmed by the charm and charisma of the Loggins family. Shoe donations begin today and will continue throughout the holidays. So please, feel free to drop off or pick up any shoes during their hours of this operation listed on the screen. I, for one, have felt laced with love in my soul, forever touched by my experiments here today. So I've decided to donate my shoes as well. Truly, you can't stop these shoes from sharing the good news. For Action News 12, I'm Sylvia Bells.
Merry Christmas!
And cut! Great job, everybody. That's a wrap. Don't you mean a Christmas wrap?
On the mountains, on the feet of those who bring good news. How beautiful on the mountains, on the feet of those who bring
And that's really a wrap now. Thank you for coming to our pageant. And I think the kids did a wonderful job. They were awesome to work with. Hey, Griffin, will you get the flowers off of the front pew for me? And give those to your mom. Miss Kelly was our music director, and she did a wonderful job. I couldn't have done it without her. And I don't know where Lance is, but Lance was one of our directors too. He's a teenager, and he, if he can hear me, has a Starbucks card with his name on it, which I know he'll love. So thank you to Lance. And thank you to the parents. I know there were lots of practices. And it was a lot of work, and a lot of you made meals and did all kinds of stuff and listened to the CD probably over and over and over and over again in your car, and we appreciate it. And if you would just join me in a prayer, then we will be done with our Christmas pageant for this year. Please bow your heads. Dear Lord, we thank you so much for all the children here. We thank you that our choir loft was so full that there wasn't room. That one of the Sylvias had to step on and off the step during the dancing scenes. We thank you so much for all that you have given us, and that we all have shoes, and that we all have clothes, and that we're in this warm, beautiful building. We thank you for the makers of this pageant to bring this to us. We thank you for all the shoes donated. We ask you to bless them and the feet that they will cover. And we ask that you help us to keep spreading the good news wherever we go. And we ask you during this holiday season to bless us and the feet that walk out of here tonight. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Merry Christmas.